what do you think would hold them back if fear? What would you tell that person?
Well, I mean, I think it's probably is fear of that would be holding them back, like limiting beliefs, or, some people may even go, I don't know if that's going to work. That's not for me. I'm not sure if I believe in that. And it's because, we're not taught these things in life. Nobody teaches you this in school. Like, we're not taught that we are beings of energy. Like, it's not, you don't see it on TV. You're not going to see it in a commercial. Like, it's almost like it's like kept from us, but it's real. And honestly, like, I feel like if you just give it a try, you will be surprised. Like, you've got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Like, we will go, like me personally, when I was in physical pain, I'll spend money on chiropractors, on massages. Like, I've gotten massages weekly, and
Time after time. Yep.
Yeah. And that pain relief only lasted a day or two.
Yeah.
Like, what do you have to lose by doing this session? You have nothing to lose and so much to gain. So I would say, be open-minded. Don't have the fear of, well, what if it doesn't work? I'm not sure what this stuff is. It's like, it's just our own natural energy.
Did I enjoy this course online? Absolutely, I did. For myself personally and physically, I saw the benefits from it with the healing that we had. I actually felt a physical difference in my body. How did I feel this course affected my life afterwards? More positive attitude, taking more time just to listen to myself. Those are the kinds of things that kind of stick with you, and you're just kind of in a better mood, and I just feel like a better person.
The people I feel will benefit from this course the most will be anybody that's into personal growth, anybody who wants to help people or have a better understanding of who they truly are, how to tap into their own energy, how to connect to the universe, how to meditate, concentrate, and focus better. I thought I had meditation kind of figured out, but I totally recommend listening and take Jeff's advice when it comes to focusing and concentrating better.
They really have to be receptive to bringing in that energy that you so beautifully provide us and guide us through your teachings. For someone who was always skeptical about these things in the past, since meeting you, Jeff, you haven't really opened my eyes and opened up the door to different ways of thinking for myself. As I said, a way of self-belief, of self-love, and then, the aspect of things that I really didn't have in my life before. It's really tapping into the unknown. I could probably say where people would relate is the warm, fuzzy feeling, because when you get into the certain states of the energy and the light and visualization and walking up the stairs and sitting down on the seat, that really resonated in the body. I got a warm feeling and got a fuzzy feeling, and tingling and warm, and a sense of uplifting, and a sense of spiritual awakening and overall wellness, well-being, and my mind just opened up, and there was no stress, there was no anxiety, no nothing, and it was very, very peaceful.
Experience was very enlightening and eye-opening, I would say. It allowed me to really recognize some of the suppressed feelings that I had inside, and I didn't even really know that I was holding on to. So it allowed me to kind of bring that to the surface and come to terms with that. A thing that I usually struggle with is sometime throughout my day, I get an overwhelm of anxiety or depression or something of that sort. But since then, I've been meditating every single morning using the same practices that you were teaching in the course. And it really just allowed me to just be open. I haven't felt depressed, frustrated, anxious, anything ever since we did the course. So I'm very thankful for that. I feel the course would benefit really anyone as long as they're open, as long as they have an open mind and they're willing to just try things instead of trying to resist it. I feel like every single person out there could really benefit. Show up, guys. I can't say anything else other than just come try it out and just see how it goes from there, because I promise you won't be disappointed.
How I feel this course has changed my life is that I'm able to gain a deeper sense of awareness of issues that have been bothering me, but I didn't really know how to deal with it. Using the tools that Jeff gave us, I was able to just be present with what was and just allow that to be and process those emotions. So I find that's very valuable because I feel like I'm a pretty self-aware person. However, there's always something that keeps coming up.
First of all, the thing I liked best was the overall passion that Jeff shows for healing, and just the overall willingness to share the information, to be raw, to be real, and not hold back on how he feels about it and the experience that he has. I was actually very pleasantly surprised. I wasn't sure what to expect in taking the course, and I really enjoyed taking it, and I learned some new techniques of connecting with spirit in some different ways. And my overall experience was really fantastic. I came out of it feeling very good about the whole process. I guess maybe a better word would be freeing, and you're finding that freedom to feel and to be who you are. So was I surprised by any of the experiences? I actually was very pleasantly surprised because, as I said, I sit in this power. I am a healer already. And so one of the exercises where Jeff led us through a sitting meditation an activity, and brought in a special friend of his, and I was surprised and very pleasantly surprised at how it amped up the power that I felt. And it was a very, very touching for me, actually, to feel that extra pull and extra power, and made me realize that there is so much more that we don't tap into.
So throughout the course, I was surprised by my personal experience with the special guests that Jeffrey brings into the course. It added a deeper and a different layer to the energy than I thought it would, providing an overall more powerful impact to the divine light energy. I'm able to have a deeper connection with the divine energy. Working with other healing modalities, I've already had a similar connection, but this has made it more powerful and something that I have incorporated more into my daily practice to feel that divine connection and to feel myself and my soul essence a little bit deeper and differently than I have.
I remember having that feeling, and those exact words went through my head, like, I do not ever want to come out of this feeling, this just beautiful peace that I had. Yeah. It was just the most amazing thing. The guided meditation, I felt like it was just so relaxing and so perfect, and like step by step how you took us through it. I mean, I just feel like it got me so relaxed. It got me to feel energy in certain ways.
The value that this course gave for my life is honestly invaluable. I can't put a dollar price on it. The reason for that is, I have really bad self-sabotaging mental occurrences with myself every day. Amazingly enough, after this class, there's a really change in how I think and how I process things. I've started personally over with my diet about more than 20 times. For some reason this time around I'm committed, and I'm also acting very positively to those around me. So thinking back from my energy levels and my other energy experiences from that class, I was really surprised that, when you open your mind up to just a little bit of imagination and just believe, I was really surprised to feel certain energy levels from beyond even this dimension, or even like from higher powers, where I felt safe and not frightened for my life. For once it was like, hey, these people are here to help you. These beings from above are here to help you. These, powers are here, to help you. And it's just like, I sound, a little different, but again, with just a little bit of imagination and just a little bit of having an open mind, it opens your doors to like so many things that, that are real, that are there.
Definitely learning how to slow myself down, because I've never actually been able to do that and meditate that way before. I've never felt that kind of like spiritual connection or been able to close my mind down, because I do struggle with ADD. So this was definitely the first course that let me slow myself down.
Hello, my name is Heidi Krieger, and I just had the divine healing vibration frequency workshop with Jeffrey Saunders, I was curious as to what the differences would be. I compared it to Reiki being a golden retriever and the divine light energy healing being the breed of dog as a whole, or like just dog in general, where the golden retriever is a specific type of energy. So the Reiki is a specific type, and the divine light energy is more of just energy as a whole, divine energy of God and source as a whole. And where the physical difference that I felt was that with the divine energy, you're actually able to tune the amount of energy flowing. You're to specific degrees. You can have it say level 1, and then you're taught to like, hey, let's amp this up a little bit to level 2, level 3, level 4. It definitely has a different frequency and a different vibration than Reiki. Both, and I'm not saying one is better than the other by any means. I'm just saying that me personally using both hand in hand has brought each one to another level.
Hi, my name is Katie Romagnolo, and I had an opportunity to take Jeff Saunders' training, and I really just wanted to express how wonderful and how much value there was within this training. Jeff is somebody that has gone through some unbelievable things in life, and from his experiences, he's really been able to transfer that into a knowledge-based system that really allows for people to learn and grow from what he's gone through. And, you know, there's some really powerful stories that he shares, and just some of the techniques and things that allow for you to really understand, you know, what is energy, right? Energy is all around us. And how is it that we need to really embrace energy to allow for ourselves to heal from things that we've gone through? And, you know, I really appreciated the components he had related to stress and anxiety, and, you know, how that builds within the body and what it is that we can do to try and release some of that emotional connection to anxiety and what that really means. So I highly recommend this training for anybody that is, number one, looking for relief for themselves within having gone through something difficult in life, whether that's a trauma or abuse or, you know, self-sabotage or just anything that really has not felt like good in your life. If there's something to overcome there, then I highly recommend getting in touch with him for this training. It is also a phenomenal resource for, you know, coaches and practitioners like myself who do additional types of modality work and can really incorporate some of these techniques and just information behind what he's teaching into my own practices and with some of my clients. So thank you, Jeff. And I really look forward to what else you're going to do in the future, because your trainings and information are just so needed for where we are right now within the current state of things in the world.
Yeah, so I definitely remember during the class when you said that we're going to connect with the Archangel and call him in. I was like, I don't know about this. I'm like, I don't know if I quite have that power or that ability to connect with an archangel. Like, I don't know, but I'm like, okay, let's go for it. And it was just the craziest experience. Like, I know when you were guiding us through it and you told us to actually, put our hands out on everything, and we called him in, and like, you could literally just feel him like connecting to you. Like, you could literally just feel it. And it was just amazing. And like, when we asked for certain things, like, let's elevate it even higher. Let's call him in even further. And then it just got even more intense. It was like, oh my gosh, I was like, no way. And like, you showed us how to call him in and taught us how to do it. Like, not only during the class, but I mean, I could do it right, during this call, after this call, I could do it whenever. That was a really powerful thing to be able to do and to connect with him. I mean, that's one of those things too, where it's like, you can't really tell anybody unless they actually experience it for themselves. You just can't explain it to people until you experience it for yourself. And it was so amazing.